Hey everyone, it's Ashley here for your next stamp, and I just want to thank you all so much for stopping by for another episode of Stamp Create Repeat. Today I'm going to be making this really colorful and fun shaker card, and I just love these little trolls so much, and this sentiment says go ahead and shake your hair, and I thought that was just perfect for a shaker card because I thought it just added some extra cuteness there. So I actually have some sprinkles in there as the little sequins, so I thought that would be so cute to go with these little trolls because trolls are colorful and totally cutesy. So that's what I'm going to be making today. So I'll start out by showing you the products and then I'll get right into the process video. So I'm using the Your Next Stamp Olive Black ink, the wire snips, and also some gumdrops. These are my favorite. They are the Magical Pastel gumdrops. They're so sparkly and pretty. I use the yellow ones there, and I'll hold up the card so you can see just how sparkly and cute they are. So the stamp set that I'll be using today is this one. It's called Insanely Happy, and these little trolls just make me insanely happy. They are so stinking cute, and the sentiments on this are precious. There's also coordinating dies for this set that you can purchase separately, and I love them. It cut out that balloon so nicely with that little troll. I'm also going to be using this die, and this is the Funky Line panel die, and I am obsessed with this die. There's so many cool ways you can use it, and use all of your cute pattern papers to make different patterns and use up tons of scraps from your scrap bin. So I'm so obsessed with that new die. I also used some baking sprinkles, and I thought this would be great because everyone has these in their kitchen, and I love using sprinkles in my projects. I'm also going to use this clear plastic acetate sheet that I get from the dollar store, and that's just used to wrap flowers or gift baskets, that kind of thing. And then I'm going to be using some sticky back foam sheets, and this does have the sticky portion on the back, and I'm going to use the yellow ones for this project. So here's one more up close look at my little card, and I'm going to get right into the process video. So to start out with, I'm stamping out each of these little trolls. I just love these so much. I absolutely loved the Troll movie. If you haven't seen it, it is super cute. My husband and I took my niece to see it, and even my husband really enjoyed it. It was a super cute family movie. So I stamp out all 4 of the trolls there, and then I'm going to use the coordinating dies, and I'm just snipping those apart with my little wire snips, and even the little music note on this set has a little coordinating die. And then I'm just using some Post-it note tape to stick them down so that they stay in place for me to run through my die cutting machine. And I love that one with the balloon. It cuts out so nicely. It cuts out around the balloon, and those dies are just so impressive. They make fussy cutting so fast. And I'm just showing you each of them trimmed out there. Now I'm going to get started with the coloring, and I do color all 4 of the images, although I only use 3, but I thought you'd enjoy seeing all of them. So I start with RV14 there for the color of the little troll, and I did look online to see how the real trolls in the movie are colored up. I really wanted to do them the same, so that's kind of where I get my colors from. Then I'm using RV13 to blend that out, and RV11. And she's just so cute. This is probably my favorite of the 4 trolls that I color. She's just precious, and I love her in the movie too. She's the crafty one in the movie, and she likes sparkles, so she makes little cards in the movie, which is so sweet. Then for the cheeks, I went in with RV14, and then for her hair, I put RV14 just down as one whole layer there that I color in. And if you don't like Copic coloring hair, you could just leave it just like this, and it would look super cute. But I'm actually going to show you how to do the hair flicking motion. So I go in with RV17, and I'm just flicking with my marker to get kind of like a hair dimension. And I'm just starting at the roots and the bottom there. And I just think it looks really nice like that. Then I'm going in to do the little nose and the cheeks. For her headband, I use G02 and G00. And then I use B05 and B02 for the little flowers on her headband, and also for the middle of the flower there. And then I'm going to do the other part of her dress in that same color combo, G02 and G00. And again with that blue color combo. Then for her little balloon, I use that same little green color combo, G02. And then I go in with G00. And then I go back in with the G02 just to add some more dark at the bottom. And then I put some white jelly pen inside that little accent and also on her cheeks. And I use black jelly pen for her little eyes. And I'm just holding it up there so you can see. She is just so cute. Now this little image is the one that I don't actually use, but I thought I would leave this part in. I thought some of you might enjoy seeing it. So I'm using BG45 for her hair and doing the flicking motion with BG15. And then I'm going in with BG49, just to darken it up a bit. And the ink actually spilled. And I know I've had questions before about why that happens. And it's just the compression of the Copic marker. So it's just take off both lids and it kind of like evens out the pressure of your marker. And it totally turned out fine and I was still able to color around that little mix-up. So now I'm using YG03 and YG00, and it made it a little bit too green. In the movie, this little character is kind of like a greeny yellow color, so I end up going over top of it with this yellow marker, which is yellow 13, just to try to make it a little bit more yellow and not so green. And then her nose is RV17 and RV14 and R20 for the cheeks. Then I'm using that same color combo that her nose was for her dress, and B05 and B02 for the blue part of her dress. And then that pink color combo for her little bow. And then I used the white jelly pen to add little dots on her cheeks and the black jelly pen for her eyes. And there she is, so cute. And you could color these up any colors. You don't have to do the ones that I used. You could do any different sort of colorful little images. So I'm using RV17 for her skin and RV14 to blend that out. And then I did her nose with BG15. And then her hair is orange, which I thought was so fun to color. And so I used YR02 and just did a whole color through with that. And then I did the flicking motion with YR04. And YR07. And I find it helps a lot when you change the direction of the image so that it's always flicking away from you. Then I'm using BV13 and BV02, BV05 and B02, and then the same purple color combo for her little skirt. And also for her little rollerblades. I just love her fiery orange hair. It's so cute. And then I'm just going to use the white jelly pen to put some little dots on her cheeks. And also the black jelly pen for her eyes. And there she is. So now we're on to the last little image, the little boy. So I'm just doing the ladybug in R27 and R14. The guitar in E55 and E53. And then I'm using E57 and E55 for his pants. And for his top, I'm using YG07 and YG03. And this one was another fun one to color up because he has blue skin, so I had such a fun time coloring him. So for his skin, I used BG49. It was such a colorful stamp set to play with. I love color and bright colors, so I just had a lot of fun doing these images. Then I blended that out with BG13. And then for his hair, I used B24, and I really love this blue color. I haven't used it very much, and I definitely plan to use it more. It's a really beautiful blue. And then I went in with B28 for the little flicking motion. And then I went on top of that with B29. And then I used the white jelly pen for some cheeks and also the black jelly pen for his eyes. So now for the die cutting, I'm using this really fun piece of flower paper, which is from my stash, and I'm just using that funky line panel die. Now you only need to run it through once, but I just ran it through twice just to make sure I got all the cut lines through. And then I'm doing the polka dotted paper there. And then I'm going to use my yellow sticky back foam, and I'm running that through twice as well. And I need 2 of these so that I have lots of dimension for my card. So I'm going to cut it through another one. And now I have all of my pieces out and my sprinkles, and I have my acetate sheet there. So I'm just going to take my little A2 size card there, and I'm just punching out all of these little pieces from the little foam sheet. And I'm going to punch out all the little pieces from this white one, and I tried to keep them in order so that I know where each one goes. And then I did the same thing with the little flower one. And you could make really cool patterns using any of your papers in your collection. Now I'm just taking my little scissors and I'm just snipping off all of those little pieces so that I just have the very outside. That's all that I'm going to need to do this shaker card. I thought it would be a lot easier to do it this way. I tried it a few different ways, and this was the way that I found was the easiest, and so I went with this way. So I'm just setting that down on top of my A2 card base, and I chose it in a yellow color. And now I'm showing another way you could do it. You don't have to punch them all out if you don't want. You could just snip off all the way around the outside there. Either way works. And then I'm just putting that one down as well, taking off the adhesive. And this just gives it lots of dimension so that the little sprinkles have lots of room to shake about inside the card. And now I'm going to take my ATG gun and I'm going to just go down each of these little panels and put some of the adhesive. And I'm just using my finger to make sure that all of the tape is on that middle portion. It's about 1/4 of an inch thick, the ATG gun, so I'm just making sure to move in all the little bits to the inside. And then I'm just doing that for each of the little lines and just pushing in all the little excess to the middle. It was really fast and easy to do. I don't make you watch it though, so then I put down the acetate piece on top and I'm just trimming that off with my scissors. And now we can do the fun part and add in the sprinkles. So I put lots in there, like I put a lot in there. I love the sprinkles. I thought the more the better. And so now I'm just putting the top on to make sure it sprinkles nicely and shakes about. Now I'm just going around the very outside doing the same thing, only put the adhesive on the outside this time. You don't want any on the inside because then the sprinkles would stick to it. So then I'm just pushing that down and there is my shaker card, and the foam was outside the area a little bit, so I just trimmed it off and there is that part. Now I'm just taking those other little pieces with the flowers and putting them to the inside every other panel, and there's so many fun ways that you could do this, adding different colors and different designs. And then I took that lighter color for the middle so that I would be able to put the sentiment on it because it wouldn't show up on the flower one very well. And then I'm just setting that there so I can see how well it will fit. And I really want to use the shake your hair around sentiment because I thought it was perfect to match with the shaker card. So I'm just playing around with the little images and kind of seeing where I'd like them to go. So I'm using the Your Next Stamp Black Olive ink and I'm just stamping the sentiment on there. And now I'm going to add on my little pieces there. So I'm using my ATG gun again to add on all of these little panels. And they stick in there so easily and nicely. I'm so excited to try some more cards using this. Just the ideas are endless. I'm so excited for a die like this. I don't have anything like this and it's just so unique. And now I'm adding on that one there. And now the fun part to put on all of the little trolls. So I'm putting that little one there and I'm just actually taking my sewing scissors and I'm going to snip apart so that it looks like she's peeking out. Don't ever be afraid to snip apart your little images so that you can make them fit in different areas. So I put that one down there at the bottom and then I put the little boy there at the top, and I also snip off so that he can be sticking out there. And I just think that looks so cute. It's like they're all popping out to say to shake your hair. I just think it's adorable. Now I'm just going to adhere all of them on. And then I am going to use some Your Next Stamp gumdrops. I love these things, and I'm using some of the yellow ones. I thought it would just add a little bit of sparkle to the top and just a little bit of dimension there, and I think it's just the perfect finishing touch. So that was my project for this week. If you are watching this video on my YouTube channel, I would love if you guys head over and subscribe to the Your Next Stamp channel. Please leave a comment, and I thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.